So I'm here with Sally Wadhams, who plays an instrumental role with Morgan Grand National. Sally, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So tell me a little bit about what role you play with the Morgan Grand National.
I'm in charge of sponsorships and box seats and all the advertising in the show program.
That sounds like a lot of work. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we have over 400 sponsors from all over the country, and we are thrilled to welcome old sponsors and new, and they get to take advantage of all sorts of fun things here at the show, preferred parking and terrific box seats and a big tax deduction and advertising and all that good stuff. And then they feel like they're part of the show. They sponsor a class and they help make the show happen. If we just had entries, entry fees don't cover putting on this show. So we have to have sponsorships, and the Morgan world they're just lovely about it.
So how do you go about doing sponsorships? Like, what's the season for it? You know, how's that work?
Well, we call them one by one. We do a mailing, and some people just respond by mail. And then we just get on the phone, and we call them. We try not to stalk them, but we call and email everyone. And the trainers are terrific about sponsoring as individuals, but also they line up the people in their barn for us and introduce us to the people in their barn and their new clients and their old clients and help us along that way. And we've had some people who've sponsored for over 40 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So tell me a little about yourself, enough about what you do for work. What's your story?
Well, my story is that I grew up on the West Coast. I was horse crazy like you from the time I was born. I had a half quarter horse on an island in the San Juans in Washington, and I showed on what Conkey Price calls the snow fence circuit. I was on the wrong lead most of the time, and just had a terrific time of it. And then I came east and went to boarding school and started showing event horses with some big shot coaches. I was always scared to death jumping those big fences, but I had a great time doing it. And then I married a Morgan trainer. I married Lumen Wadhams and worked with him for felt like forever, Lumen. And then I got hired by the American Morgan Horse Association as their national youth director and then their communications director. And then I got hired by the Grand National Morgan Horse Show over 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I've been doing sponsorships and advertising and box seats ever since.
So what do you love? What keeps you going? Why do you keep doing this?
Gosh, that's a really good question.
I'm good at those.
Yeah, you're really good at those. I think what keeps me going is, and honestly, it makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck, to see these generations of Morgan owners. I mean, I know your family, and I know two or three generations of your family, and 2 or 3 or 4 generations of many of the families who are here. And to see the dads drive, Bob Klein drove the other night, and Sasha Klein, is riding, and all these little kids who are competing as well. But the dads and moms and grandparents get to too. So I love that about the Morgan show horse, that everybody gets to participate, and even if they're not competing, they're at the show together. Yeah. I mean, what kind of what else do we get to do with teenagers and kids all as a family like that?
Oh, it's a blast. It's a blast. Honestly, I still get the same feeling in my stomach the last day of a horse show, and it was like so sad it's going to be over, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go home to the real world, because to me, this is the place I want to be always.
Yeah. I totally agree. I totally agree. I think we're really, really lucky.
Yeah. And a lot of words that people say when I talk to them are that the family and the community, and it's like old home, not old home, but like it's like coming home, homecoming every time they come to any of these shows, especially Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's really true. I think people say, well, we stabled next to them 15 years ago, and we look forward to seeing them every year. Or our box seats were next to them, these people from Arizona, and we met them, and now we look forward to seeing them. And it's the only time of year when they may see those folks, but they've developed relationships. And it's all about relationships. Sponsorships is all about relationships with the show and with each other. So
okay, if someone's saying, hey, I want to do a sponsorship, I want to help out the Morgan Grand National, how do they do that?
Well, you are so sweet to ask. Thank you. Here at the show, you can find me in hospitality. I'm almost always there, and everyone knows me. When we're not here at the show, I'm home in Vermont, and I'm just a phone call or an email away, and all of my contact information is on our website.
So Amy, Morgan Gray National.
At the Morgan Gray National website, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And the American Morgan Horse Association knows how to find me too, so you can just ask anybody.
Yeah. She's like a staple in the community, everybody knows her. So thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate it, and good luck with the rest of the week. Hope you have a lot of fun. I know you will.
Thank you.
And hopefully get some more sponsors and make this Morgan Gray National even better than it is this year.
Thank you. Hey, Josh, every moment with you is a great moment.
Caleb.
So thanks. Oh, yeah, Caleb.
It's all good.
Josh is his brother.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't really care. I'm used to it.
Thanks.
We know Oklahoma's morning people. You take your breaking news before breakfast. You want your weather before your workout. And you try to beat Sky 5 out the door. Oklahoma's own Ariel and Abby, getting you informed so you can get on with your day. And nobody's more accurate than Brad's first alert forecast. Join us tomorrow and see for yourself. Morning news for Oklahoma's morning people. KOCO 5 News in the morning.
Ken Swallow will handle the call of our class. He'll be joined by Susie Day and Melissa Moore. Park Saddle, brought to you by the Deer Springs Equestrian LLC out of San Marcos, California, showing at a park trot, please. Park trot. Park walk, please. Park walk. canter, please. Canter. Thank you, riders. Park walk, please. Park walk. We head for home on a Tuesday night on the reverse and showing at the Park Trot. Come to life in our final class tonight. The Park Saddle entry, second way, and in Park Trot. And now canter, please. Final gate of our Tuesday night will be the canter.
So where is
Riders, thank you. Park walk, please. After the park walk. Calling for the lineup, we'll ask you to move into the park trot. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Your park saddle entry. Heading to the lineup in Tuesday night's final edition. Right in, all lined up. Here springs Equestrian Division LLC for Theodore and Lagos in San Marcos, California. I'd like to thank the Andover Farm, Greenwood Village, Colorado, David and Cindy Vogel. Guys, thank you very much for your support. Heading down to that winner's circle as the final winner on Tuesday night, receiving all three first place votes. It is no contest, and Tim Rosing to be the Park Saddle winner. 290, the number issued to no contest, GCA. Representing the Mom Farm Limited of Nevada City, California, Tim Rosing in the irons, no contest, your Park Saddle winner.
Sarah, it's that time of year again. They have the best performance of the show. It's pretty exciting stuff.
I'm super excited, and I'm super excited to see what people are going to vote and put in as the best performance.
Yeah, definitely. And we have some victory passes for you guys at home, and people have already cast votes for these horses that you're seeing on the screen here in a little bit. So that's pretty cool already. People are already voting. It's a big deal.
And people can do that. They can put in their nominations for the horses up until Saturday as well.
And then Saturday night, they're going to announce the top 25. And then November 15th, we have our yearly Best Performance e-magazine that comes out. And voting starts for the real Best Performance November 15th through December 1st. And then the winner on December 1st will be announced. And how much money are they going to win?
They win $1,000.
That's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. So casting votes, you might be able to win $1,000, and I think that's pretty awesome. So if you think a horse can win and you can get people to vote, do it, because it's definitely worth it.
I would want to win $1,000, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I definitely would. So get your friends on and start voting. And if you're top 25, you're in the running for the money.
Horse Show Wire, dedicated to promoting the Morgan horse through digital innovation. The first to bring you e-blasts and social media promotions. The first to bring you live gate interviews.
It doesn't get any better than this.
The first to bring you in-depth farm interviews and pre-show coverage. The first to offer best performance of the show. We are innovative and passionate about what we do. Horse Show Wire.